Good morning. This is my front yard. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with these plants that are potted here. Thinking about changing out the one plant in the middle, maybe putting the ZZ plants in there. Yeah, that one. This is my snake plant wall. It's doing good so far except for one plant. I think that one is dying. We'll see where it goes. We're on the east side of the house. This is just a privacy plant. It's pretty large right now, but we just gotta cut it a bit. We were originally gonna get rid of it, but decided to keep it. Bird of paradise originally came with the house. Oh, I forgot. Money plant from my dad. We need to repot this. ZZ plants. These will be repotted. One of them will go to the front. And then there's the Lady of the Night, Queen of the Night, who put it on trellis. Repotted it. Hopefully it'll survive. I don't know. It's very floppy, its leaves, and I broke a whole bunch when I was trying to get it up in here. My orchids are all hanging out. It's nice and green. Some of them definitely need to be repotted and more orchid bark. Here are some of the plants I got from my dad. We got some blue agave. And then this, I think Daddy said it was heliconia. That needs to go in the ground. Just don't know where yet. I have a whole bunch of aloe. Another Lady of the Night that I'm working on. And then the red ginger, that's gonna go on the ground, probably where I have it located right now. And then these are Annie's plants, so we are going to relocate them. And then there's the dragon fruit, Annie's garden bed. Here are my 2 desert roses that I'm working with. One of them's all dissected. And if you look very carefully, you can see it has some budding starting. Pretty exciting. And also, if you look, the roots, I'm pretty stoked. This is the other one. Not sure if I posted it online yet, but I'm treating this guy. Pretty healthy already, but you can see the root system and the caudix getting bigger. And then my green onions came from vegetable cuttings and it started growing. Here are some of Papa John's plants. They're so healthy. Oh, and Annie's pumpkin is flowering. Up close of Annie's plant. Hi, good morning. We're gonna zoom in on this one. This is papaya plant. Hi. This papaya plant was growing with one of the desert roses, and I finally took it apart from the pot, put it in its own pot. I thought it was gonna die at first. You know how it is when you repot something, but it's growing, so I'm pretty excited. Okay, here's a little up close of the dragon fruit. So this one's the original from my dad. And then this one is the one from cuttings. So hopefully, I don't know if they're gonna have fruit this year since I just kind of butchered them. But we'll see. Alright, so I call this lane my cactus lane because we got a whole bunch of cactus on this side. A lot of them came with the house, but there are my desert rose I have only one left because I gave one to my friend. But I did inherit at least 2 of them from my dad. Oh, and my sister since she's moving. So here's this one. I think this one's from my sister. It's huge. You can see some of the flowers going, so I'm pretty excited. It's pretty wild, so I'm thinking about cutting, but maybe after the flower season. Maybe not root trading because the calyx is already big. Oyster plant. This is my desert rose from my neighbor, my old house. It was small when I first got it, and now it's pretty big and healthy and has all these beautiful flowers.
The calyx is big.
Yeah, it is, and the roots are pretty exposed, so this one I don't really need to do anything. Maybe I might cut it to keep it a little bit more small and bushy. This one came with the house. Jade plant with another oyster plant. This one came with the house. More snake plants, so if anything happens with my snake plants in the front, got back up. But I'm thinking about putting this in the front yard. I just don't know what to do with it yet. This came with the house. It's already starting to have babies. And then another desert rose and Annie's plants. So, yep, that one's budding. Here's my peacocky. I actually got this plant from my dad. I had 2 cuttings, but they weren't growing at first. One of the cuttings died. This is the surviving one, and if you look very carefully, it's finally rooting. So I'm gonna make them stronger before I put them into the dirt. And this is our storage bin for our garden supplies. We used the Costco certificate to purchase this, so I don't have a lot of things just yet.
That's all.
Just the orchid bark for when I repot my orchids, some super soil, perlite, extra buckets.